Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also on BrightShine right here in the city of Memphis, in the county, Shelby State, Tennessee. The day. It's early Monday morning. September the 6th, 2021, the time, 4:21 a.m. First, I thank all my family, my support for your continued courage support. I'll continue to keep myself employed right in the Memphis tri-state area and continue to further my education in Monroe College online, continue to pursue my social degree, study, be administrative, concentrate tomorrow. Spend time to take a break from going to school. But in the very near future, I will go back to Monroe College and continue to pursue my social degree and as well as other degrees as well. And now, as you can see, anti-gang, anti-Gnostic. And anti-hazing, of course, and versus heresies, against heresies. In the 39th festival level, 39th Easter level, panorama, bread basket. See? Now, as you know, today is Labor Day here in the United States of America. Today is Labor Day, so hope and pray that everyone have a happy and safe Labor Day. Now, these are just a few of the free logo design websites you can go to make anti-gang, anti-Gnostic, anti-hazing logo. Remember these words: coercion, sexual coercion, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. And word is important. Because see, when you do the stupid stuff that you do, trying to use the nag out of the library and then try to lie and try to make up some kind of lie with this so-called esotericism, coercion and coerce, sexual coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. See, them words come into play. They become very important. Now, behavioral sciences and social sciences are interrelated. And there are two broad categories of behavioral sciences: neural, information and social, and relational sciences. Now, the theology and religious studies department. Theology. There are 4 types. Biblical theology, historical theology, systematic theology, and practical theology. Oh, it's important. Because when you keep, excuse me, When you keep trying to use that nag on my library and you talking about the 4 types of theology, you ain't gonna never get away. Never. 4 to 5 sources of theology: scripture, tradition, reason, experience, and creation. And then there are 4 styles there are 3 styles of theology: academic, practical, and prayerful. Now, religious studies. The 4 elements of religion. Excuse me. Cosmology, belief in the supernatural, rules of behavior, and rituals. There are 4 types of religion: polytheism, monotheism, atheism, and animism. Now, the history of religious studies: anthropology of religion, cultural anthropology of religion, economics of religion, geography of religion, history of religion, literary approaches, neurological approaches, origin of religion, psychology of religion, sociology of religion, law and religion, religion and film. And then there are methodologies of religious studies: phenomenology, functionalism, and lived religion. See that nag I'm out of library? Gonna get you into a lot of trouble. Gonna get you in a lot of trouble. Oh yeah, definitely. That nag I'm out of library gonna get your ass killed on these streets. I'm telling you, man. And then talking about making up some esotericism from esoteric and exoteric. Now, the almighty Vice Lord, 4 Corner Hustle, the almighty Black Prince Stone, the almighty Black Disciple, Poppin', the almighty Mickey Cobras, Cracking, the almighty Bluefin Black Disciple, the Black Disciples, the Lord Stone Disciples, 7-Eleven, G Killers. Oh yeah. And see, when he released his video, talking about horse playing with the Lord Stone Disciples. And then you got all these other folks and my people. Because see, like I've been saying, all the G Killers, 7-Eleven, the only folks is the disciples. And then all that other stuff, talking about you a gangster new breed, and the gangster disciple and the inside gangster. Nope. See, that nag on my library gonna get your ass killed. See, when you try to be a smart ass, you ain't gonna never get away with it. Never. You ain't gonna never get away. Never. See, there with the Black Disciples, and talking about in the past with the this Larry Hoover nonsense, talking about some Supreme Gangster and all that. You ain't gonna never get away. Never. You ain't gonna never get away. Like I've been telling you, man, get your stuff and go on down the street. Go on down the street. So you ain't gonna never get away. And then all that talking about some independent gang, the almighty Vice Lord, 4 Corner Hustle, the almighty Black Prince Stone, the almighty Black Disciple, Poppin', the almighty Mickey Cobra, Cracking, the almighty Bluefin Black Disciple, the Lord Stone Disciple. You ain't gonna never get away. The history of the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois. You don't never get away. See the mad black soul be walking around, the Latin soul be walking around. You ain't gonna never get away. And then talking about that in the city of Los Angeles, California, you ain't gonna never get away with that blood gang, that Crip gang. You don't never get away. Trying to use that nag on my library, you ain't gonna never get away. Never. Gonna get your ass killed. I'm telling you. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. See, it's a step-by-step process. See, you ain't gonna never get away. Never. Never. And all that lying, Like talking about some esotericism, you don't never get away with it. See, Pythagoras called his inner circle of initiates his esoterics. Pythagoras called all those outside of the inner circle of initiates his exoterics. You don't never get away with lying. And Aristotle called his closest confidants his esoterics. Aristotle called all those who came to his popular evening lectures his exoterics. Plato also used the designation esoteric and exoteric. You ain't gonna never get away with lying. Never. You ain't gonna never get away with trying to lie. Claiming you're gonna try to mix Hermetism with Gnosticism and then take the Hermetism and the Gnosticism, mix it with Neoplatonism and then take all three of them and mix it with paganism. You ain't gonna never get away. Never. You're gonna get your ass killed on these streets, man. I'm telling you. You ain't gonna never get away. Never. Never. You ain't gonna never get away. Never. You ain't gonna never get away. Never. See, you ain't gonna never get away. See, this is my dad, Justin Johnson Jr. He passed away in 2012. And that's my mother, Annabelle Johnson, still alive. See, you don't get away with lying. You don't get away with lying. Ain't no such thing as no nag on my library trying to lie. You don't never get away. No. Saint Irenaeus, the Bishop of Lyons, wrote the most beautiful book that I can ever think of besides the Holy Bible. And versus heresies against heresies. You don't never get away. Never. You ain't gonna never get away. Gonna get your ass killed on these streets. I'm telling you, man. You ain't gonna never get away. You see, that's my dad's little brother, Lemuel Johnson. And while I was incarcerated, and my dad's little brother, Lemuel Johnson, was murdered. Background check. Ain't no getting away. No, hell no. Hell no. You don't get away with no. Ain't no such thing, no nag on my library. No. No, hell no. See, before the 1945 discovery of that nag on my library, see, all that mess you talking about, you made up that esotericism. See, before 1945, that's what they was trying to do. See, that's the reason why you had these crimes being committed. Before the 1945 discovered that Nagamah library over there in Nagamah, Egypt. They're going around trying to act like you crazy or something. When they discovered that 1945 discovered the Nagamah library, and then you trying to go around telling you a Nazi, you're going to get your ass killed. Ain't no such thing. But you can go ahead and keep on trying to lie to yourself and then try to lie to others. But I'm telling you, you ain't gonna never get away. Never. See, when I leave my video, see the Lord Stone disciples be walking around, right? And then the other folks in my people, they be walking around, they know goddamn well you weren't supposed to get away with that, right? No, talking about some esotericism. You weren't supposed to never get away with that, first of all. Talking about mixing no damn Hermetism with no Gnosticism. And talking about no Hermetism and Gnosticism being mixed with Neoplatonism and then mixing all three of them with pagan. Man, you weren't supposed to never get away with that. No. And then talking about some nag on my library. See, you try to pretend and try to play. Man, you just don't know, man. You just don't know. To disrespect other people like that. When the Catholic Church had already made it perfectly clear. Saint Athanasius, the Bishop of Alexandria, banned all non-Christian books in 367 with his 39th festal letter, Easter letter. You don't get away with playing with other people, man. It's just a matter of time, see. You ain't gonna get away, like I already told you. Man, by the time 2030 get here, a lot of you motherfuckers gonna be dead. I'm telling you, you're gonna be got your ass killed. See, when you try to play with other people and lie, You ain't gonna never get away. See, that so-called blood gang, Crip gang, trying to walk around out on the street trying to use the Nagamah library. The Catholic Church gonna be made aware all around the world. The Eastern Orthodox, all the Oriental churches, all the Coptic churches and the Tewahedo churches, all the churches affiliated with the Catholic Church and all particular they ain't gonna man, trying to use the Nagamah library on the street. You ain't gonna never get away. And then that esotericism, trying to make up all these lies, man. You ain't gonna never get away. You ain't gonna never get away. And then the police tell you gotta constantly go out on the street and gotta investigate it. Man, look. The wrong that you done, man, it's only one thing a person can do is kill you. See? Man, people don't take that kind of shit off you, man. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. Like I've been telling my cousin, like I tell my brothers, man, I leave my video attention, man, these snitching bitches. They going around trying to snitch. They ain't gonna get away. But you wanna go around trying to call yourself, trying to help other people and going around trying to use the Nagamah library and all this. Man, you ain't gonna never get away. Background check. You and your family, you ain't gonna never get away. The sorority fraternity, Soho friend, you ain't gonna never get away. Never. You ain't gonna never get away. Your family ain't gonna never get away. Never. You see, Chester and Lemmy, grandma, she had another child, a son, who was born in Arkansas, Walter. Uncle Walter, you know, he when he got older, you know, he came in. He was living in Chicago, and I used to go. My dad used to take me and my brother, and we used to go to Chicago and visit. Then they used to come down from Chicago and come down here and visit, and until my Uncle Walter passed away. And I haven't been back to Chicago since I was a little kid, but and then Chester and Lemmy and Walter, grandma, she had a daughter. She passed. She was living in Chicago, and passed away. But then they had another brother who was grandma. She had another son who was living in Mississippi, and then grandma had another son who was born in Chicago, raised in Chicago, lived in Chicago until the day he died. So, you know, like I said, man, all that lying, like I tell all my cousins, they see I'm walking around on the street, that Nagamah library, you ain't gonna never get away with lying. You ain't gonna never get away with lying. Background check. Ain't gonna never get away with lying. That sorority and fraternity, you ain't gonna never get away. You and your family, you ain't gonna never get away with lying. Talking about some esotericism, you ain't gonna never get away with lying. Never. The police detective got to come out on the street, investigate, and trying to solve murders, and all these other crimes. Nagamah library, send them, you know. But you can't expect nobody to sit idly by and take that shit off you, man. So, you know, all these snitching bit, they want to instigate stuff with other people and then try to use the Nagamah library. Then before the Nagamah library in 1940, making up all them damn lies over there in the United Kingdom, talking about some damn esotericism. Man, you don't get away with doing people wrong, man. That's all it is too. It ain't nothing right. The Catholic Church not wrong. Catholic Church right. They had already told you that damn Gnosticism wasn't right. They had already did something about it. And then, like I was saying, Saint Irenaeus, the Bishop of Lyons, wrote his book, Adversus Heresies, and against heresies, completely refuted Gnosticism, completely refuted. Ain't nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say about no damn Gnosticism. Completely refuted. And then what they be trying to do, see, there what the police detective need to always be aware of, because I know the FBI, you know, the local police, some kind of stupid mob, you know. You know how much education you need to be a local police. high school diploma. But see, to work for the FBI, you got to have a bachelor's degree. Now, that esotericism, they made that junk up. And see, you have to look at the time frame of the church. By the time, see, Islam came in the 6th century. And see, before Islam, like I say, Saint Iranians had already refuted Gnosticism, already with this book. And then behind it came the 39th, 37th, the 39th festival on Easter left in 367. Saint Athanasius, the Bishop of Alexandria, banned all non-Christian books. That's all that Nagama library is, some banned books that didn't get destroyed. It didn't get destroyed. That's what that is. That's what the Nagama library really is. See, a person or persons took some of that banned Christian writing, put it in a jar, wrapped it up in some papyrus paper, put it in a jar, and buried it in the Nagama library. They were so scared they didn't even tell nobody where they buried it. It's been buried since 367 AD. That's how long it's been buried in. It just so happened. And then think about it. All that time, nobody was looking for no leftover Gnostic writing. You can't find that stuff nowhere because they destroyed it. It was destroyed by the Catholic Church. And if you tried to resist, you got killed. Use your common sense. Simple as that. But by that time, by 367 AD, see, Constantine that came to the throne over the Roman Empire. Excuse me. Then the Roman Empire, Constantine became a Christian and was baptized into the church. And then those who came behind him, his sons, and after his sons, Justinian and all them. But the Roman Catholic Church, the Catholic Church has lasted all these years and has endured all the trials and tribulations. And so, and after that, after Saint Athanasius in 367 banned all non-Christian books. See, you have to remember that Saint Epiphanius, the Bishop of Cyprus, he also wrote a book, the Panarium, or Greek and Latin Panarium, which translated the bread basket. It was also called Adversus Herasis. It was a prescription against heresies. And that was in the 4th century. So by the time Islam came in the 6th century, Gnosticism had been completely refuted by the church. It ain't no need for you to bring that shit up. It ain't no need for you to see. You don't know what you're talking about. See, and that Nagama library don't mean nothing because that's all it is. Some banned books. Somebody a person or persons took those banned non-Christian writings and wrapped it up in some kind of papyrus paper and put it in a jar and buried it. It just so happened in 1945, a farmer over there in Egypt discovered it. Him and his son. Nobody was looking for that. Nobody even mentioned it. Nobody said anything about it since 367 AD. So you can keep on trying to play with other people with that Nagama library, but I'm telling you, man, you ain't gonna never get away. It's gonna be all out, man. There's a whole lot of people. I'm not by myself. They want revenge. Might well just be straight to the point. The wrong that you done, trying to use that Nagama library, man, you gonna never get away. See, up there in Chicago, they looking down here. They know who I am. See, when I leave this picture sitting there, they know who my dad is, Chester Johnson Jr. They know who Lemuel Johnson is. Seeing all my cousins saying the same. See, that Nagama library, man, you gonna never get away. Never. My brothers, I leave my video. My brothers, man, you ain't gonna never get away. Never. That Nagama library gonna get you killed, man. I'm telling you. Now what time? It's 4:45 a.m. Now see what I'm gonna do. See, just like I've been saying, I want to get me I want to get the book that Saint Irenaeus, the Bishop of Lying. But I also want to do this. I want to make sure that when you say something like that out your mouth, you make it sound like I don't have any. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? That the Catholic Church had already refuted ourselves. And see, what I also want to make sure is this esotericism. See, the Catholic Church had already refuted Gnosticism. And so when it comes to that esotericism, you try to take Saint Irenaeus, did what you did. Did what they did over in the United Kingdom. See, did what the Catholic Church being, already aware. See, when Saint Irenaeus wrote his book, it's 5 volumes. 5 volumes. 5 volumes long. That's a lot. And see, there are PDFs on all 5 volumes. People know today online. I done seen some of them. And then you got there's a website, Early Christian Writers. That's a good website you can go to. All 5 books on this. It's a website, earlychristianwriters.com. All 5 books that Saint Irenaeus, the Bishop of Lying, wrote. All 5 books. Now, like I was saying, there are translations of Saint Irenaeus' book in Greek and Latin. Then you got the translations from Greek and Latin and English. And you have to watch people. And see, that's really why I want to get caught, because I'm accusing people of trying to take Saint Irenaeus' book with these translations and trying to do the same thing. See, you're trying to promote that esotericism. That's really what you're trying to do. Because see, that when they started translating, I was looking at some of the books. I went online and I was looking like I was going to try to buy the book. And when I was looking at it, I seen the books in Latin, which the book was originally written, Saint Irenaeus. He refuted it, but somebody had to do the writing, actually write down what he was saying about not so Saint Ignatius of Antioch. He was the one who wrote it down. Saint Irenaeus, his mind, he refuted not something but that somebody was writing. Saint Ignatius of Antioch, he wrote everything down, word for word, that Saint Irenaeus was saying. And it was written originally in the Greek and then to Latin. And so when you translate Saint Irenaeus' book from the original, which was in Greek and then in Latin and into English, see this one, and then your church history. There was a time when the church, the schisms and all this, and when you start talking about Martin Luther, the Reformation. See, when you look at the timeline, and then that was about the same time that this esotericism started. The Age of Enlightenment and all this stuff started happening over in Europe, in Western Europe. See, when you look at the timeline, you had all these wars start breaking out. This was after the 6th century. After the 6th century, Islam came in the 6th century, and then you had the Crusades and all this. See, the church had to endure all this. The church endured all this, and so I was in the process. It was my intent to, purchase a copy of the Saint Irenaeus' book for that very reason. See, there was a time when the church had to endure all these interferences in the church. And so people come up and conjure up these thoughts in their mind, like they want to overthrow the whole world and all that. So they're going to come up with this esotericism. Put the ISM on the end of esoteric. And now we came up with esotericism. There's really no such thing. It's no such thing. They made it up. They made it up. It's made up. There's no such thing as esotericism. It's made up. But what time? Yeah. About 38 minutes. Yeah. Before before I started my Facebook Live, about 30-minute difference. I'm looking at my YouTube channel, about 30 minutes. And no difference, 30-minute difference. So all that stuff about the Nagamon library, like I said, I want to make my point. Yeah, I was looking at the glare. But all this stuff about some esotericism, and then talking about you trying to use the Nagamon library, it ain't gonna do nothing but get you killed. Get you killed. That's all it is to it. Straight to the point. Gonna get you killed. That's all it is to it. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start my Facebook Live, and what we're gonna do, just like we went to the Bible on BibleStudyTool.com and BibleGateway.com, and they have all the versions of the Bible, and they also have study, Bible study. And a parent and a child can be at home and they can do Bible study, and also want to mention, when it comes to the Bible, the Old Testament pseudepigrapha, and the biblical apocrypha, the New Testament apocrypha, the deuterocanonical books, of the Bible. And so, and like I said, the early Christian writers, what I'm going to do today is also go there. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and start my Facebook Live, and go ahead and move forward, and get everything started here, But it's a good thing, when I start my video, because at the very beginning, when I said, my YouTube channel, I want to make sure you get the point across that from this point on, that Nagamon library, man, that ain't nothing that you supposed to be trying to use to victimize men, women, and children. First of all, it's nothing. See, an ignorant person that's been lied to, then you do the same thing. You go around thinking you're supposed to go around and lie. You don't know what you're talking about. So when I think about my life, I think about all the people who try to go behind my back and all that. Man, you don't get away with doing nothing like that. Man, you don't get away with doing nothing like that. Trying to use no Nagamon library that was discovered in 1945. No, you don't get away with doing that, man. No. Hell to the no. Like Bishop Bullwinkle. Hell to the no. Man, no, you don't get away with doing nothing like that. No. You had me up at this time of the morning singing the blues. Hell to the no. Talking about trying to use no dang my library. Then talking about making up some esotericism, man. Man, you ain't gonna never get away with that, man. You can go, man, police detective be having a car to go out on the street and trying to investigate and solve. People trying to find somebody to feel sorry for them. Hell, feel sorry for everyone. Talking about going behind my back, trying to use the Nagamon libraries. Man, like you supposed to just sit there like some little. Man, come on, man. No. That ain't that. Man. That ain't no hell to the no. me up at almost 5 o'clock in the morning singing the blues here to no. But I'm gonna go ahead and start my Facebook Live. We're gonna move on and deal with this. Hello everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known by BrightShine, right in the city of Memphis, in the county of in the state of Tennessee. Today's date is early Monday morning, September the 6th, 2021. The time 4:56 a.m. First, I thank all my family support for your continued encouragement support. Anti-gang, anti-Gnostic, anti-haze, and versus heresies against heresies. Panarium, Greek and Latin. Translation, bread basket. The 39th festal letter, 39th Easter letter. Trying to use that name of my library and get your ass killed. That's what it means. You don't never get away with that. No. Don't nobody get away with it. No. You're going to have the police detective having the coroner investigating, come out on the street and trying to solve. Right. And then had the nerve to try to make up some esotericism before the 1945 discovery of the Nagamon Library. Excuse me. Talking about some esoteric, you gonna try to mix hermetism with Gnosticism, and then gonna take the hermetism and the Gnosticism, mix it with Neoplatonism, and then gonna take the hermetism, Gnosticism, and Neoplatonism, and mix it with paganism. See, the behavioral science department, see, you a nut. Simple as that, straight to the point. You're freaking crazy. Some of you really do have a mental problem. Talking about some esotericism. Try to, and then talking about you a scholar. You ain't no damn scholar. Nigga been in a damn insane asylum. In a mental health institution, getting treated for some psychiatric treatment, because you really do have some mental issues that you need to deal with. Excuse me. Now these are just a few of the free logo design websites you can go to make anti-gang logo, anti-Nazi logo, anti-hater logo. See, the sorority and the fraternity, the so-ho and the frat bitch. See, them and they family, they thought they was smarter than everybody else. See, in 1945, they discovered the Nagamon Library. Now, remember these words: coercion, sexual coercion, psychological manipulation, psychological abuse. Like I said, and they discovered the Nagamon Library, which ain't nothing. Because see, Saint Irenaeus, the Bishop of Lyons, had wrote a book. And Saint Ignatius also, he wrote it down. Saint Irenaeus, he made me say it all the things, but it had to be written down. So Saint Ignatius wrote down everything that Saint Irenaeus said. And Saint Irenaeus, the bishop of Lyons, is what, and Saint Ignatius, the bishop of Antioch. They had the book Adversus Heresis, against heresy. Famous thing, it was originally in Greek and translated in Latin, Greek and Latin. And the people tried to, later on they tried to translate it to English. You have to watch that. That's what you got to watch. Trying to translate to English. Because see, they're esoteric and that's where it came from. And then Saint Athanasius, the bishop of Alexandria, gave us in his 39th festival letter, 39th Easter letter, in 367 AD, banned all non-Christian books. Banned all non-Christian books. See, I'm telling you, man, that Nagamon library gonna get your ass killed. I'm telling you. Saint Athanasius, the bishop of Alexandria, in 367 AD, gave a decree banning all non-Christian books. Banned all non-Christian books. Now see, by this time, Constantine had became a Christian. He was the emperor of Rome. Excuse me. And he had became a Christian and was on the throne. So when while he was alive, Constantine was at he sat at the first council of Nicaea when Arius was trying to talk about Jesus, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Son of God, being just a creature. And Saint Athanasius completely made him look like a damn fool. Now, behavioral science and social science are interrelated. There are two broad categories of behavioral science: neural, information, and social and relational science. I'm talking about some damn esotericism. You want to get your ass killed, I'm telling you. And then after Saint Athanasius, as you know, like I said, he had already completely destroyed Arius with his foolishness, trying to claim that our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Son of God, was just a creature with his Arianism. Well, that didn't work. And so, but like I said, Saint Athanasius, the bishop of Alexandria, banned all non-Christian, but that means they destroyed all that Gnostic writing. That's what it means. And so that Nagamon library that was buried in Nagamon in Nagamon, Egypt. See, that's what that is. That Nagamon library is some banned non-Christian writings. I want to do the same thing that Saint Athanasius, of the bishop of Alexandria. I want to destroy that Nagamon library. A personal persons took that banned Christian writing, non-Christian writing, and banned non-Christian writing, wrapped it in some papyrus paper, and put it in a jar, and buried it in Nagamon, Egypt. And it's been buried since 367 AD. It didn't get destroyed. It didn't get destroyed. However, now that I know about it, I may not get my hands on a copy, but out on these streets, trying to use that Nagamon library, the only thing I got to say is that I know the police detective gonna have to constantly investigate, and gonna constantly try to solve things that's happening out on the street. Well, trying to feel sorry for somebody. Feel sorry for Eric. Feel sorry for Eric. Feel sorry for Miss Annie, that's still sitting in the house today, still alive today. Feel sorry for Miss Annie. You know, feel sorry for my dad, Chester Johnson Jr. Feel sorry for my dad's little brother, Lemuel Johnson. You know, you want to feel sorry for somebody, goddamn. Now, the Department of Theology and Religious Studies. Theology, 4 types of theology: biblical theology, historical theology, systematic theology, and practical theology. There are 5 sources of theology: scripture, tradition, reason, experience, and creation. There are 3 styles of theology: academic, practical, and prayerful. Worrying about feeling sorry for somebody here. Trying to make the police detective just get out and do overtime and religious studies. The 4 elements of religion: cosmology, belief in the supernatural, rules of behavior, and rituals. Now, there are 4 types of religion: polytheism, monotheism, atheism, and animism. The history of religious study, anthropology of religion, cultural anthropology of religion, economics of religion, geography of religion, history of religion, literary approaches, neurological approaches, origin of religion, psychology of religion, sociology of religion, law and religion and film. And then you have methodologies of religious studies: phenomenology, functionalism, and lived religion. The Almighty Vice Lord, 4 Corner Hustle, the Almighty Black Prince Stone, the Almighty Black Disciple, Poppin', the Almighty Mickey Coke, Cracking, the Almighty Bluefin Black Disciple, that's the Black Disciple, the Lord Stone Disciple, G Killer, 7-11, Who the G, the Black Gangster New Breed, the Gangster Disciple, the Insane Gangster Disciple. And see all that stuff up there in Chicago and the state. I'm not talking about some independent game, man. Like I've been calling to you, man. All that G stuff, man. Get your stuff and get your ass up out of Chicago, in the state of Illinois, in the surrounding states. Get out of Indianapolis. Get out of Wisconsin. Get out of Iowa. Get out of Minnesota. And get out of Missouri. Get out of Kentucky. See? And get out of Michigan. Because you ain't gonna never be, man, you don't never get away trying to use no Nagamon library, man. You ain't gonna never get away with it. No. Let's see, this will be right here in the video. Let's see, I know the Lord Stone, the site why. See, it's gonna have to be some internal as well as external. See, you ain't gonna never get away. No. It's gonna have to be some internal and some external. You ain't gonna never get away. Never.